I just want to make that clear that I did not misrepresent your organization. I have no ill intention. What I told you, and I'll tell you now in front of all these good people of Kingman Park, we don't want it. We don't want it, we'll fight it, and we'll fight it, and we'll fight it.
Absolutely.
So, and I need your support, and I just want to make that clear. I've already made my intentions clear to him and the gentleman I met at the meeting at the 6th District on June 14th. I made that our intentions known. It was about 15 other community members that was there, and they told him point blank the answer is no. And so that's why I asked him. I wanted to give them an opportunity to come and present today. I wanted to be fair and honest. I wanted them to have the opportunity to present. And I believe that he has good intentions. But take it to Bugs Creek. Take it somewhere else. Not here in Kingman.
Take it to Rosecroft.
So that's how I feel.
There you go. Rosecroft is closed. Take it there.
So
Southern Maryland.
That's how I feel, and he knows how I feel, and there's no punishment.
Do all the racetracking you want.
I looked at your website. I believe that you help the community, and I believe that you can continue to help the community. But drag racing is not going to be here in Kingman Park.
We'll happen to have had drag racing in the community before. And it created a lot of noise, a lot of this, you know, I realize there's a need for speed. I mean, I was a young man too. But I just don't want it in my neighborhood. And it's a distraction. I mean, we have a lot of elderly seniors in the neighborhood. And that unwanted noise is a distraction. Rattles the house, windows, and everything.
What I'll say about the noise is the noise is
Can I be recognized?
Hold on, yes.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mr.
Can I recognize? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abraham Johnson. Everybody calls me Ham. I was over at the Ellis Recreation Center for 35 years. That was a recreation center. I live in that community. I am a winner. My son, first African American, is boxing. He won 106, 112, 115, and 118. We are going in the Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm right out your community. Don't nobody know nothing about me. Then, back to this. I have two houses. We had hot rod shows for our last mayor and didn't consider the senior citizens that at all. They was going to take us on bus trips out your house to get away from the noise. Now this is a golden opportunity now that you're aware of what's going on. You cannot demand these people to say no. All you can do
Mr.
is
Johnson, Mr. Johnson, hold. Mr. Johnson, let me make sure you understand this.
Right, that's what
I can't understand that.
Well, let me say this. They have nominated me to be the representative of this community. I won more than 60% of the vote. And every community meet, we have this many or more many people that come. And I stand here to represent Kingman Park.
I represent.
And Mr. Johnson, I respected you when you talked. The answer is no. I'm not saying no. Let me see the hands of people who say no to the race.
There you go. Okay. This is just not about a race again.
Let me make sure.
This is encompassed of a whole lot of other items.
Mr. Key.
I'm against it. I'm going to tell you why I'm against it. We're talking about young kids. Young kids racing cars have been gambling. They're going to be playing on here. Gambling is going to bring hard feelings. Gambling is going to bring hard feelings. And the only way these young kids know today how to deal with any issues is to move it. When I was coming up in the city, nobody ever used a gun for something that was hardly ever used. The other thing is, every time they have anything going on, run it out to RFK, run it out to RFK. It would be inundated. Right to the time.
I was born and raised
exposure, education, opportunities to learn engineering. It's not about drag racing. Most of these young people in the city will never get an opportunity to see how a car is really put together and developed. I teach small engines with some kids. I work with kids all my life. Now, the closest track you said, Quasco, Bucky, wherever it is, those kids in DC will never get a chance to see what these cars are about. This is not just about, this is job opportunity, this is exposure, this is education. Now, most people here say, you know, too much noise. It's not about noise. The rockets make noise, everything, the train makes noise. We talk about teaching that kid something different. I'm a specialist in bicycle safety education. That's what I teach. I've been in every elementary school in DC teaching kids about bicycle safety education. I do it now. I got a safety program over here in Southeast. What I'm trying to say here, if I didn't get an opportunity to learn about engineering, car building, got an opportunity to go get a scholarship to college, that's what they're offering now for these kids to learn how to build all this new modern technology. If you're not teaching your kids, if your school's not teaching, where they gonna learn it? You're not just saying no because it's noisy. It's not about that. It's about you get a chance more than that.
Hold on. Before her, there's the guy back in the blue back there.
Go ahead, excuse me. I just have a question. You know, you want to come in Ward 6 or Ward 7 and do this, why you can't take it to Ward 8? And it costs to have a lot of space over there that you can take up and build a race car space over there. So why not take it to Ward 8 where you live?
Again, let me show you the drawing. What we have is the total layout of the event day. It's not just about that. We're trying to get some grant money right now through our nonprofit 501c3 to do a driving course for teenagers. We want the kids to know exactly what's going on with driving. So right over here, if you see it's a driving course, it's supposed to be located right over here. It's a proposal. Right over here, what we want to do is bring some of our personal vehicles out here, golf carts and stuff, put down some cones, show them the proper way to drive. Using two scenarios. One, driving without anyone in the car and no cell phone. We want them to drive and see what they do on the course. And then we want to bring them back to do the second course with the cell phone and someone in the car. So that we have that right there. We have a car show that's set in lot 9 on the opposite side, and that's what we propose to do the drag race. If you don't want to do the drag race, there's other things that go along with this. So it's not just about a drag race again, it's about a whole conference of everything. We have the healthcare screening. Excuse me? We don't know. We never did this before. Nobody has. What we're doing here is groundbreaking. No one has ever attempted to do this before in the past. Okay? So let that be known. No one has ever tried to do this in the past. No one has the qualifications or credentials that I have or that we have as the Waker Foundation in order to try to pull this event off.
So the drag race is on the other side?
On the other side of the train track. On the opposite side. So if we look at the drawing, no one looked at it. If you look at the drawing, if you see this track right here, that's going across the Benning Road. What we plan to use is a concrete barrier on that side to buffer the noise. We're not asking for a quarter-mile track, we're asking for an eighth-mile track. Hold on, let me finish my proposal, my drawing. Okay? All of the yellow things you see here is porta potty. So we make sure that's taken care of. We want vendors to come out. So the X's represents the vendors that's on this particular sheet. Okay? If you look down here, it says this is a layout for a drag race and family day. In big writing, it says family day. The proposal I sent to you on your email, I explained to you, it's just the proposal that we had to present to RFK. I talked to you on the phone and I told you, I said it's a family day, we're going to do a healthcare screening because that's part of what we do through my foundation. We do stuff for hurricanes and disasters and stuff like that. So the money that we raise from this event, we'll be able to put this money back into our community in case something happens. I'm from Alabama, like I said before. We had a whole lot of flooding down in Alabama. They called me, they wanted me to respond. I usually do that. I wasn't able to this year because we didn't have the funds to respond. You understand? So all of this here is the way it's laid out. Now, if you don't like the proposal of the drag race, there's other things that goes into this proposal. It's not just about a drag race, okay? Yeah, he was before the other lady. Go ahead, sir.
A couple things here. I mean, I'm hearing a lot about education. I'm hearing about building cars and all that stuff. That's fine and dandy, okay? Because we want young men to, work on cars and do all this stuff. I think no one has a problem with that. I think the problem is, you guys keep saying it's not about drag racing, but you keep emphasizing the drag racing.
That's the main. That's what we plan to make
stop.
the main event.
Let me finish up. Let me finish up. Okay, because if we're about educating the kids on how to drive a motorcycle, how to ride a motorcycle, how to drive a motorcycle, how to do cars, let's do it the right way. Let's do it through driver's ed. Let's do it the right way. But doing it out here is not the right way. Teaching them how to drive with speed is not the right way. But we're trying to. When you stop. When that young man up there talking about motorcycle driving when he's on the interstate, okay, how are we teaching these kids the right way? And you're up there trying to drag race out here, okay? Every time we're driving around on 95, we hear a motorcycle zoom by, and I'm thinking about this drag racing out here. It ain't gonna happen.
All right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Miss Pat.
I have very strong opinion as it appears many do. I've been a Kingman Park resident. In fact, I'm over 60. But my family owned one of the first homes that were built in Kingman Park. I lived through the first drag race. As I
Excuse me, that was not a drag race. It was not a drag race. Go ahead. It was not a drag race.
whatever you want to call it. I lived
What it
through
was
that.
not a drag race.
There were Le Mans